just woke up from a somewhat chilly night. Got down to about 47, I think. And that's not too awfully cold. I've definitely slept out in much colder, but that's the coldest temp in, well, since all summer. Forgot my actual kettle, so had to use this little stainless pot. No lid, but that worked just fine. I actually really like sleeping in this little shelter, which is just an ultralight tarp, and I've just got it rigged a little differently than normal. Normally I would rig it just as a plain lean-to, but I guess I sort of made it into a tent or a bivvy type of a thing. And I did like it. It actually seemed to hold heat in pretty good, and it breathed enough out either end. But it makes a smaller space in my tent, so it held heat in a lot better, I feel like, even with the open ends. Of course, I had a pretty steady fire going all night too, and I'd get up and add a log every now and then. That makes a huge difference. Even having a fire, not super close to the shelter, but just having a fire within 20 feet of you is going to keep you a lot warmer. Got like this side is just a plain lean-to. Got a little mini stick post right here on either side. Used one of my bungee toggles to tie the tarp on right there. Yet another use for the bungee toggle. Then I've got a little line going to a stake right here. Got that on both sides. And then on this side where you get in, this is key now. This is the key to this shelter. I've only got one stake. I've got a stake on this corner, and the other corner is just a loose flap, and that's where you get in and out. Right like that right there. And it is tight and confined, but that's a good thing. In the shelter I've got my marmot sleeping bag and a Thermarest base camp. Really great sleeping pad. Made it about 3/4 of the way down the lake yesterday, and then the wind finally tapered off and died down to a lull. So I brought the boat about and just kind of started drifting my way downwind, and had to use the oars a little bit, but didn't have to work too hard. Had enough wind to drift back to the ramp. And when I got to the ramp and eased the sails out, let the main run forward, I was kind of startled because there was this old couple standing right there, and I hadn't seen them. I'd been looking at the ramp the whole way, but I guess the sail was just obstructing my view, so I didn't even know they were there until I eased the mainsail forward, and they were standing right there. But they were a nice old couple from Michigan, and they just wanted to know about the boat and wanted to know if I had built it, so we chatted about that. And they were sailors too, it turned out. They had some big trimaran on Lake Superior, and they said they used to live aboard. Then they had some kind of monohull, and they were into racing also, so we chatted about some interesting things. Got an overcast sky this morning. I don't think much wind is predicted, but you never know. I'm planning on going sailing anyways, so pack up the camp, head down to the lake, see what the day will bring. I decided to put in at a nearby campground and go out and take a look at these two islands that I knew of.